I'm really excited for this one. I think it's going to be really good. Oh, thank you. I think it's going to be really good. Our last one was with Kendall, and it was amazing. I think this is going to be even better. I'm pretty sure they have a friendly competition going on, Kendall and Cheikh. I can't do it. Oh, got it.
All right, there we go. Ray, I'm live.
Yay!
What's going on?
I was like, oh shoot, I don't know. My Instagram was acting crazy.
No, we here. We are here.
Hi, we have CheikhMac.
Yes, ma'am.
What is going on? How are you?
I'm cooling out. I'm trying to set this up for the right way.
Cool. Take your time.
Cause I got my phone charging. I want my phone to die in the middle of the interview. That'd be embarrassing. That should be good.
Cool.
Boom.
Hi, and welcome to Galleria.
What's going on right here? Galleria, her fans. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for asking me to come on, for sure.
Of course. Definitely I had to ask you. You are one of the first people I know to take music on as like, a real duty for themselves so early on. So, of course, you were one of the first to get the invite, of course.
I appreciate it.
So, let's start there. When did you decide, okay, I can sing, I want to do music? How old were you? Who influenced these decisions? Like, where did it really start for you?
All right, I started singing in church. I got the cliche, flip the phone. He said, Kim, tomorrow, told me flip the phone. Maybe I should do it this way. Boom. That's
okay,
back.
cool.
All right, I started singing in church, and then I was really influenced by my mom and like my grandma, because they like led the praise and worship team, and they wrote songs and had rehearsals and did like the whole band thing. Like they really like quarterback like their whole sound. Like I got to see that as a young person, like, and I was just like, that was one thing that brought me to it. Mm-hmm. Made me want to do it. Just the camaraderie of making music, like bringing people together who have met people people you don't know, just creating the best possible song or whatever. But yeah, definitely my mom, my grandmother is like definitely my songwriter inspiration. Mm-hmm. Definitely, I saw her like write mad songs for my aunts and my mother to sing in the church, and
that's really cool. I never knew that.
Yeah. So yeah, the church definitely. When I growing up as a young boy in the church singing, and my mother was a praise and worship leader, so that's definitely where it started.
Oh, okay. And my first experience of seeing you sing was at the Fashionette show in high school, when I was in high school.
That was years ago. I was just watching that video.
Oh. When did you all become that official group?
When did we become Times 4? We became Times 4, Jesus Christ, in my grandmother's backyard. In her backyard. We was back there. I think it was at the church one day. Me, Kendall, Jaheim, and TJ. Mm-hmm. At the church one day, and we went back there. We was all. At my grandmother's house, we always sing. You go to my grandmother. Yeah, we go to my grandmother's house. You go in there. It's like a big like dining table. We used to all just sit there and sing whatever songs we knew, whatever. We was just on one, just trying to sing and sound good. So we singing there, and then I think some of my great aunts from New York were there, and we went in the back and we had to sing like her birthday song or whatever. So we went in the back to put it together because my grandfather's he died. His sister and we went to sing her a song, but we had to practice it in the back, and we sang it for her, and they loved us and everything. And then I guess I think my mom or my aunt, one of them told us like, yeah, y'all need to be a group. So that's what we took. We started taking it serious.
Yes.
Performing and things. So that was definitely a fun time.
The pleasure of y'all sang for my birthday one year.
At Fridays, I think Josh had us up there.
Yes.
Singing for you. I remember.
Yes, y'all sang at Friday. Y'all sang for 2 of my birthdays. Actually, you sang at I had a hotel party one year. I think I was turning like 16, something like that. That was lit, and I bragged, and all my friends were jealous. So
yeah, that was a fun time. 2016. Yes. Times 4 was fun. Those are still my guys till this day. I love them. They still my guys.
Great. So, I wanted you to talk a little bit about your experience. I know you were in Cali for a little bit, and you were able to get a big music opportunity. How'd that go for you? How did it feel to experience that, and what do things look like for you now with it?
Well, that was fun. It was just like I was like 18, 19, going to LA with my manager, my producer, and going to studios. Like, they really exposed me to a lot. So I'm forever grateful to them for putting me in that position. Back then it was just getting in. I've been to Cali and Detroit, like doing little sessions, writing for people. It was mostly on the songwriting side. It wasn't too much on the artistry side.
Okay.
Being in the industry, and like learning. I'm not all the way in it, but I'm just saying, like, just knowing the little things that I know. There's so much, and it's always changing. You know, you start to figure out what's important and what's not important, and different ways to get at your goal. You know, I feel like that's, you know, you could use that for it's parallel to any job field, whatever you do. Just, you know, understanding different ways to go about how you really want to be. So, that set me up for a lot of great relationships that I still have till this day. My friend CB, Golden Boy, a lot of cats that I met. Like, these are people I didn't like know, and then I finally met them when I got to Cali.
Yes.
And the energy just meshed. And I still write on they beats till this day, and we still pushing forward, you know, getting it the right way. You know, it's all about doing it the right way. It's a lot of wrong ways to do this shit, but you know, just figuring it out, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it now. Just keep pushing and keep on writing, giving like the best I can give with my music, and you know, just keep on pushing. One of my guys just told me, he was like, yo, the thing that separates people that really do it and don't do it are the people that keep pushing. So right now, we just keeping pushing. We just continuing being who we are, unique beings in this music shit. I'm being so plural because I'm always around like my friends who make music as well. So yeah.
Talk a little bit more about songwriting. I know that recently, since I have started to network with a lot of artists and other people in the music industry, I feel like on the outside, everyone, of course, wants to place the success and everything with the person that they see in the front. But everybody is getting money, getting accolades for writing these songs. Yes. And getting amazing people who can perform them, you know, higher than their expectations. So talk a little bit about songwriting. You can talk about your process. You can talk about what it means.
I'm going to just give you the broad thing. Songwriting is like, it's like a lot of people bread and butter. Songwriting is way deeper than a person writing a song. Like, songwriting is production. Like, somebody making a beat, they're songwriting, you know? It's way deeper than a lot of people perceive it to be. And it's not really that, like, hard to understand as far as, like, you know, I could be making beats and I'm a songwriter, you know? You know, it's just like you got to just get exposed to it and learn about it. But songwriting, this covers a lot of things. It's easy to I won't say it's easy, but it's not hard to connect with the people that you want to connect with as far as songwriting. If you want to write a song for somebody, literally, like, some of these people are a DM away. You always got to understand people have their own situations. So you got to, like, it's a journey. Like, if you really want to do it, you know, it's definitely a journey. You have to stay patient. You got to stay humble. Always, you know, recognize who you are. Never lose sight of your talent. And, you know, just keep pushing with the shit. Like, the songwriting thing is so many lanes in this songwriting shit. You know, it could help you eat, and you could be your own artist without having to sign to a major label. If you don't want to be an artist signed to a major label, but you still want to be in the music industry and you're a great singer, you're a great vocal producer, whatever the case may be, the best thing for you to do might be songwriting, because, you know, that's, you know, I know a lot of people that like just took the back end and was like, I'm a songwriter, and came back like 5 or 10 years later with their own projects. It's just a different way about going towards your goal. Some people do the songwriting shit because they want to be songwriters. Some people do it because they have a different goal in mind. But songwriting is definitely, it's a strong place to be. And then I won't take the credit off of the artist, because they do a little something too. It's some messed up situations that people get into, and you realize, okay, this it's a little shiesty. But sometimes you get around the right people, and you see like you like your ears and what's going on right now tells you like the people who are making the good music, the best music that's been here for a very long time, like past 5 years, the artists that you can name that's been here for the past 5-10 years have had songwriters, producers, whatever around.
So many different people that they've worked with.
It's all about creating the best possible record. It's not about any of the ego things, nothing like that. You want to create the best possible record. So the rapping thing is different. We just talk about singing, but that's my songwriting spiel.
Yeah, no, I love that. Do you have any like specific songwriters or like producers that you even like locally or like big names that you favor or like you kind of take a liking to?
Yeah, for sure. Locally, all my friends, they know who they are. In Baltimore, I have a couple producer friends. A guy named Tone Tracks. Everybody know Kimani. Kimani's my guy. That's my guy.
Kimani makes dope beats.
Yeah, crazy. He making music for like everybody. But I got the guy named Jay Fetty out there. These are people that's always showed me love. Even if I haven't worked with them, like they always showed me love and just supported my music. As far as like on a bigger scale, Pooh Bear, this guy named Pooh Bear, he writes like all Justin Bieber's music. James Fauntleroy, Tank. Who else? I like Eric Bellinger a lot. The guy named Velas, he made the Flip Mode song with Chris Brown and Fabulous.
Okay.
That was like his only song that he put out.
I was about to say, I never heard his name before.
Yeah, but he wrote the what's the song with Drake and Chris Brown? You got it, girl. You got it. He wrote on that. So I like Amnesia. She wrote on that as well. Like I like a lot of these songwriters out here today. It's like it's crazy, it's a lot of them crazy talented people out here like writing these behind these records. So
it's like, how did you think to say that? I think that's like my favorite part about music. Sometimes you'll say what you are thinking and what you're feeling, but you don't know the words to put it together, and it's like that is so accurate.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite artist? Who do you love?
My favorite artist right now. Who am I listening to? I was just telling my friend like I really just listen to like our music, but when I do reach out and want to listen to someone else, I am probably listening to. Who I'm listening to? I listen to rap. I like a lot of rap, but it's like singing. I'm trying to think. Singing. Shit.
It can be either one.
Chris is like always. I'm always listening to Chris, but Chris is like a tree. Like from Chris, like I'll find like 10 other songwriters that wrote that one Chris song, and I just okay. So definitely Chris.
And he has such a large amount of music.
Definitely.
So many.
I definitely like that Bryson album that came out. It's pretty cool. I like this girl named D Gotti. She's a new girl coming up. She's pretty cool. I like her music a lot. I really like her music. Trying to think. Yeah, just to name a few, I'm really into like female singing artists. Like I really like those. Like I like singing that,
I think it's coming back. I think it was gone for a little bit. Do you have like an all-time favorite singer or rapper? Like who is if somebody was like you could have dinner with anybody famous, who would you choose?
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
All right, my all-time favorite artist is shoot. It's so hard because it changes all the time. But my all-time favorite would be like Tank. I'm my favorite artist because I change all the time, and I listen to my music all the time. But my favorite artist. It's kind of hard to name right now. I got to tell my friend, the guy that just said Shecky, like we talk a lot. Like that's one of my favorite artists. His name is Carlos Valentino. Like my favorite artist is him, Kendall, my friend Josh, me. Like all those are my favorite artists. You know, because like I don't really. It's not a lot of people singing, so it's like
not. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like I'm not about to sit here and say YK Osiris is my favorite singer right now because that'd be a total lie. But you know, it's definitely some people underground that I'm really vibing with. I like Brent's music, but all-time favorite are the people that I'm around that that inspire me. But not to be a cliche person, like Tank is definitely somebody I always listen to. Chris is definitely somebody I always listen to and look to. Drake too. His songwriting is crazy. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Those are good. Those are good. And I agree. I think that all of your friends are very talented. They make great songs, great music. I started listening to your music in 2016, 2017.
Oh, cool.
I Just Wanna was my favorite song. You can ask Kayla. I was fangirling a little bit. Like, oh my goodness. And I remember like playing it one day in my room. My brother, he's like 2 years younger than me. He was like, "This your friend?" He was like, "This sounds like a real song." I was like, "It is a real song."
Yeah.
Talk about, I Just Wanna talk about like how you put that together, who you worked with like what was your experience with that song specifically?
Definitely. I Just Wanna was a song based off a sample that I wanted to sample so
was it Sierra?
It was Sierra.
Okay,
Sierra,
I know it's crazy. I loved it.
I forget what song. There's nothing I won't do. That song.
Yes.
She I was always stuck on that hook. And my friend Danny, his name is Kid Ghost, but he also goes by 3 now with THRII. He was at my crib. He produced the whole record. Well, I think my other producer friend was on it too, but he produced like basically that whole record. He was at my crib one day and I was like, "Bro, I want to sample this song."
Yes.
And literally I gave him the song to sample. We were in my room. I fell asleep. I woke up and the beat was done. And I was just like, okay, it's time. Probably added like 2, 3 little things and just recorded it. And then, you know, it was one of them ones where, you know, I had people around me, like, I didn't know, like, whether to put it out or not, or, like, how it was going to be received. But one day, that was just one of them ones where I just put out, and that was, like, one of those ones that was just like, yeah, like, trust your intuition with this shit.
Yeah, because it hit.
You know, you could definitely listen, you could definitely listen to, like, whoever you feel like has your best interest in this shit. But also consider yourself, you know, because that gut feeling is always like 9 times out of 10, your gut feeling is telling you what to do, and it's the right way to go from experience.
What is one of your favorite songs, or what was a song that you put out and the response was like way greater than you expected?
I don't even want to talk about an old song. Like recently, because I've been like putting out songs and not telling people about them. So if you go on my SoundCloud, like it's a lot of stuff up there.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
On my SoundCloud, I have a song called my most recent one. Oh, it's called what is it? It's called Choosy Lover. I did not know that was gonna go up. I didn't, because I when I was making the song, I just felt like it was like it's at like almost like 5,000 streams now on SoundCloud. And when I put it out, like I was like, okay, like this is something I just don't. I'm not really gonna shop this and like send it to anybody to sing. But I also don't want it to sit on my computer. And that was just one of the ones where I was just like, F it, I'm gonna just take a chance on it, put it out. And a lot of people like that record, like, and it went higher than a couple of the other ones that I put out around the same time. That was definitely one of them ones that was just like, you know.
That's great. It was one other song that I love. I like Sunkiss with you.
Sunkiss. That's Danny's on that one too. Ron is on that one.
Amazing.
But yeah, me and Danny, Kid Ghost 3, whichever alias he wants to use, you know, whichever you know him by. We always get together and just make some crazy, like, I always give him an idea, or he give me an idea, or send me something. Like one of the songs, like unreleased songs that I'll play you like tonight, is like something he sent me, and then me and my roommate built on it, on the beat and like on a song. But yeah, Sunkiss was one of the ones Danny brought to me, and I went to his house out like West County. He does, and we recorded it at his house, and then Ron came and we recorded that whole record at his house.
Really?
Yeah, like it wasn't like where I was coming home and like finish some of it. No, like Danny one of the ones you gotta lock in with. He's not gonna force you to do it, but he's definitely like it's probably better you lock in with him because like that chemistry is always better to have in person.
No, I love that song. That's great. Who like one day? Who do you feel like you want to write for, write with, sing with? Anybody?
I want to write for Summer Walker. Definitely, I like her voice a lot.
She is.
I really like her voice. I just like her tone, like the way she spit, both like her melody, her tone, her subject matter. Like she really be on one. Like, and I really like that vibe that she be on. Chris, of course, I would love to get Chris under my belt. Ty Dolla $ign, definitely. I love Ty Dolla $ign. That's one of my favorites. I would love to write with Party. I would love to write with Pooh Bear, just to like feel that energy and like feed off of it and like produce some crazy shit. So that's definitely a few for sure.
Yes. So we've been in our pandemic. Do you feel like it's influenced you when it comes to your music? Like, do you feel like your focus is different now that we've been locked down for over a year?
Yes. I would say like during the pandemic, the pandemic happened like during like a spring break type.
Yeah.
So it was like spring break never ended. Sorry. But there we go. Okay. So I made like probably like a couple. I made like an Afro project over the pandemic. I made my R&B project.
I remember that.
Just bigging up on like projects and like a whole bunch of music, But then definitely like it just made me want to attack it and like go at it, on my like kind of like on my own kind of like vibe. Because it was just like, you could get a deal or whatever, have somebody like put money behind you and put your whole rollout out and it'd be like whatever it is. But I wanted to do that myself, like bring together like videographers, photographers that I know and like do that, like show that I could do that myself. So that's like one of the processes I'm in, rolling out my project. And then I'm gonna just keep putting my projects out that I've been building. So definitely the pandemic has put me in a position where it's just like, I want to work, I want to like produce the best. I want to see where I can take this shit. Like,
yes,
if it's more into it, like, cause I was just talking to my guy the other day. I was like, bro, like, is it more? Have we come to a spot where we comfortable with what we making? But I made some shit the other day, and I was like, yeah, it's more. It's more. It's always new melodies, new subject matter, new experiences that give you that inspiration. So it's yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Let's talk about No More Parties. I love the visual. I'm a marketing background, so I'm looking for like content that's people on social medias are lazy. They have a short attention span. So when you put out content, it has to be right. And I think you did such a good job of compiling that. So talk about that experience creating that, even the song, redoing it, and the visual itself.
So that song, I came down I'm like in my studio, like my basement studio right now.
Yeah.
But I did it down here. I came down one day and I just heard a lot of people like feeling the song, and I was like, Dirk's remix didn't come out yet, so it was just like, all right, I want to me and my friends got this little like joke, like I know how to tap in on like a Dirky old flow or whatever, but I was like, I want to tap in on it and like really like put something out that's crazy. So I did that. And I went to Baltimore for like a week, and I had hit CJ up. CJ Raw Fiend, he's a photographer, videographer. For everybody who don't know,
he's dope.
He hit me one day and he got a new camera. He was like, "Bro, I want to shoot a music video," and I was like, "All right, bet." And I didn't really want to shoot it to none of the music that I've been making for my project that I was already talking about, because it was like I already had a vision for that, and this was like something that we just wanted to like one off and like really get done. So the No More Parties joint just fell right in place, right in pocket. It just felt appropriate to do in the time and to put out. So yeah, definitely. I'm just glad like you liked it. I'm glad it was well received from like the listeners and everything. But yeah, that was one of the ones. I like that. I like that song a lot. And my biggest thing was that like when I was listening to it, like I was just like, I wish Dirk was on it. Dirk eventually got on it, but I was like, I gotta slide in this place.
Are there any other songs that you're thinking about doing like remixes or covers to, like other music that's already out?
Not so, well. Yes, this does count as already out. It's not recent, but I just did a remix to I didn't finish it like all the way, but it's like the majority of it is done. It's the remix to "Music for Love" by Mario. I recently just did one of that because I was just like I wanted to tap in on the old vibe.
Yes.
And really do something in that lane. But yeah, I did that. That was fun. That was definitely one of my recent ones that I've done.
I'm
that I haven't put out yet.
Yes, I was gonna say I'm excited for that. I love it. I love covers.
You want me to play it? I can play it for you.
Yes, play it, please.
All right, cool. This is the first one. I'm gonna try to. These speakers are pretty close. All right, so yeah, this is the just "Music for Love" remix thing I did. Okay. Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Okay. Tell me where you been at, shawty. It's been a cool minute since I last laid eyes on your body.
Okay.
What we gonna do about that? Pick up your phone, dial 443. You know I'm from the kitchen, baby. Pull you down, no question, baby. Didn't think you would fall for me, yeah. Till I showed you different, baby.
Yeah, I love the flow.
Yeah. Said it, then I mean it. Ain't no other meaning. Said it's getting heated, turn into a demon, yeah.
Okay, you getting big love on this song.
You got it, then I need it. Baby, you know that about it, girl, turn me up and let me come. But yeah, that's one of them. That's one of them ones.
Yes, I'm gonna listen to that when it comes out. I can't wait.
Definitely. I'm trying. Kendall might be on that one.
Oh my gosh.
So we gonna go crazy.
You're gonna burn it.
We gonna go crazy.
No, I'm so excited. Like I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm a R&B head. Like I literally just tell Siri like play 2000s or 90s R&B and just go around. And my dad be like, no, I want to hear some gangster shit. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, you got to tap in with your emotions. You got to. Give me your dad going. He probably tap into something probably a little older. You know, little skate rink vibes. But you know, you always got to tap in on some R&B. That's what I do this shit for.
Yes. Do you what do you do when you're not making music? What do you like? Are you a foodie? Do you chill? Do you sleep a lot?
No, I don't sleep a lot. Nah, I am like finishing like I'm in like this like. But I'm finishing up my bachelor's and like master's at the same time at this school called University of Arts. I'm like,
oh wow,
doing that outside. So I'm trying to like outside of like doing the music, I want to like teach and like
that
do,
is
like
so
a vessel
dope.
that way. So I'm trying to finish. I'm finishing that up by like next year. I'll be done with the whole program. But yeah, outside of that, I have a dog. His name is Taz. I take care of him. Come here.
He take care of his dog. Yeah, period.
My boy right here, Tez 12. I call him Tesla 12. But yeah, I take care of him. We go on walks. We go to restaurants. We eat. We go out to the city. I live in Philly.
That is nice.
Yeah. So
yes.
Yeah.
What helped drive like you relocating? Because you're originally from Baltimore. Did the music drive you to Philly?
Definitely. Like my friends, like so my friend Josh had lived out here. Josh and Aaron, they lived out here for like a long time. And they that's always tapped into the music community and like, you know, I was just I wanted to tap in. I've been tapped in Baltimore, like music community. There's no different. It was just I wanted a different space, a different like. It just seemed like a little bit more young folk here, like tapping in. I wanted to tap in with that, and definitely like his name is Benny Hennessy, Josh is, and Aaron Shaw. I think his name who TF Ron is on Instagram. They told me come out, and we just and I wanted to do the program as well. So
that was
so it was just it just all the stars just aligned and we got up here. So I'm grateful to them because they turned me on to a lot of folk out here that I've met that I got like crazy relationships with, strong relationships with that I met through them. So definitely those guys, I'm grateful for them for telling me to come out here and just tap in on the vibe out here for sure.
Do you feel like the vibes are different between the city or between Baltimore and Philly? Like, as far as like music support, networking, like, is it much of a difference?
Not really. Like, it is what you make it. You know, like that's the best way I can answer that question. It's what you make it. If you want to come out here, you want to do your thing, and you want to show people you're doing your thing, you need to do that. You know. But also we all on the East Coast. If anything, like I see a lot of like similarities between Philly and Baltimore. You know, they always get on me about how I talk. Sometimes a two might slip out, or I might say Doug or something, and they'd be like, "Yo, what are you talking?" Or I say I got a bip or something. They'll say something like, "Oh, you from Baltimore?" But the vibe is like kind of close. I would say the only thing that's different is it kind of feel like New York and Baltimore in one here. So it's kind of like my family has always been from New York, so I'm really well versed with New York. Like going up and down to Brooklyn, Manhattan, wherever I had to go, where my family was, and coming back to Baltimore. Like Philly is small like Baltimore, but a city vibe like New York. So like that's one thing that really
I feel that too when I go.
Yeah, that really like drew me to this shit because it was just like, okay, like I can still be on my city vibe and be on my Baltimore vibe. Like it's really kind of like it's not too far fetched. So definitely, it's similar. It's a lot of similarities, a couple differences, but mostly like a lot of things on the same level here with between Philly and Baltimore. But I love both spots.
Yeah. Okay. What else? So, you said you have a couple projects coming out. Are you collabing with anybody that you haven't collabed with before for these projects, or is it like your same original crew?
Yeah. So like, you always gonna see the regular people that always collab with, like Kendall, Ron. He up in here. Ron,
shout out to him.
Like Ron is up and down my SoundCloud. So like I've been on SoundCloud. You see, Josh just started like tapping in on his artistry, so you see a couple of songs me and him have on SoundCloud. And some records that we don't have out. On my projects, personally, I got a whole project with the boy that just said we know this with the star. That's one of the guys I met through Ron and Josh. His name is Colin Valentino.
Shout out to
him. He's a producer, artist, and like I'm great. Like I'm super grateful to Ron and Josh for introducing me to y'all because like we all the way here on that one, and those are my guys all the way around. But yeah, I forgot the question.
No, I just wanted to ask you if you were collabing with anybody like.
Oh yeah, you don't know. So Colin is like a whole new vibe. So like I'm actually playing like we actually have a tape together. I'm gonna play y'all.
Okay, play some music from the tape.
Tez, get down. Tez want to be in a video. Oh. But this is one of we got a little joint together. We got a project. We just waiting to put out like it's on because he do like rap. I do R&B, but he also does
so you got to match.
So we kind of like do like a world collide type joint, and we produce these together, the whole thing. So it's we that's what we try to do on this project, like produce everything together, and like me and him like come together like on some organic, just us type situation. So this is one that we did. It's the intro to the project.
Okay. Oh yeah, he wanted the intro. This beat is lit.
And I know exactly what that means. Let me nigga don't hit it like me. I got you here like every other week. I'm finding me. I keep talking crazy as a 4G. Bring me on when it's trying to be a resident here on the daily. Pressing me out, trying to stay with me. I'm sorry, but you can love me less me. But you still gonna hurt your back, but it's still gonna stay that ass. All about this man, all about these days. Got me deep in my bed. I take 42 in your hands. I would not make it last. I want out. Stop loving your deal. Just to see you say I'm thinking about it. I know that you got somebody. They don't matter. Come beside I'ma give you something you can hold on to. Sending pictures like your bag, and baby girl, I'm trying to tag it. Now I need more than a fraction, baby, let's go.
That was lit. Yes, lit. The beat The flow,
yeah.
like, no, it was lit.
Thank you. Yeah, me and him tap in like a lot. So that's one of the new cats that I've been tapping in with. That like nobody ever seen me tapping in with.
Yes.
We got a lot. We got some things coming for sure.
I can't wait for the whole thing. I need the whole thing.
It's gonna be crazy.
That is great. So where do you personally feel like music is at right now? Whether you want to talk about the industry or like the art that everybody's putting out, you from an artist and songwriter standpoint, do you feel like we're in a good spot? Do you want to see more progression? Like, what are your personal thoughts on this?
I really think it's a lot of agency, and when I say agency, like it's a lot of space for people to do what they want to do out here. But it's about how you go about it. You know, it's like the music industry is no different from a lot of other lanes, you know, whether they be legal or illegal, you know. You just got to know how to move and got to know how to, like, you know, cater to your demographic, cater to the people. But where we at right now, it's just like, I feel like it's, the game is waiting for people who are like, it's that time is shifting like back to where like the people who make good music and like music that like real like musicians, not musicians, but people who really like in this shit for like to be heard and like put in time for their craft. I feel like that's coming. That time is coming back around. We see a lot. Like I could go on and on about like shit that people hear all day about like, oh, the new generation is this, the new generation is that. Everybody doing what they got to do. You know, it's a lane out here for everybody. You just got to figure that shit out. So I feel like that's what we are right now. We all got to figure out our lane and just move accordingly. Because, you know, it's a lot of space out here for a lot of folk. It's just a lot of people who aren't, you know, knowledgeable or educated to a lot of the shit that's going on in the business. So they get caught up in the business. When you don't really, you know, you could be in a business and not have to be like signed to, you know, the biggest major label. You can really do this shit yourself. Like, it's a lot. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of agency out here. Like, a lot of things that rappers and singers might have needed in the 2000s to be supported. Right. Back then, you could do that yourself. So it's just like finding the best way to go about that. Also, your network, having a great network of people that'll support you and put you in the position that you need to be put in. And, you know, just always having a good heart about this shit, man. Like as long as you got a good heart, it's a place for you, you know, in any vibe, you know, in any job field, wherever you want to be, you know. You just got to remain humble and just stay pure. And this shit it's going to be where you want it to be. But the music industry, it's where it's always been, you know. It's just like we just waiting for that one wave to just come in and just take it over. So
yeah. No, I agree with you saying that. I feel like music that is like intentional and music that has a lot of work behind it is coming back. I think it's because we have this huge quantity of music now being put out, like from people big to small. We just have a lot of music being flushed with music.
Exactly.
So I agree.
It's hard to tell what's good and what's not, and like, you know, it's hard to get caught up in the bullshit with it. So it's just like you got to play that to your advantage as a person trying to get this shit. And I know that's like a vague thing to say because you could take that so many ways, but you know, it's once you really, like, for the people who want to be serious about it, once you really get serious and see, you know, what goes into it, you know, you get a better understanding of yourself and how you want to go about it. For sure. Do you have any like specific goals for your music, or are you just here to like continue to create? What's your standpoint? Like, where are you at right now? My goal for my music is just to be heard, just to like on a higher level, like on the same level as all the people, you know, like that's like on the radio. Like one of my biggest goals is to be walking and hear one of my songs like on the radio, or somebody driving past and one of my songs is playing, or walking and hearing my song play. Because that was a big thing for me when I was younger. Like I remember I was younger, I went to this chicken spot like on Greenmount, and they used to like have this they used to have like this like speaker thing like on the outside. They used to always play like the 92Q or somebody. I remember just always walking up and down and listening like Chris Brown be playing, or the hottest rap song to be playing, something like that in that lane. And I was like, one day I want that to be me, you know? So that's one of my biggest goals, is just to like hear myself, you know, without me having anything to do with it. Yeah. Do you listen to a lot of your own music? I definitely do. I do. Do you feel like it's weird hearing your own voice? Like, or maybe like when the first time you created a song or the first time you recorded yourself, did you feel like it was weird hearing your own voice? Or you felt like you didn't feel that way because you already were singing? Like, what was that like? I had to get comfortable with it. Like, and even though me because me listening to records from like 2016, 2017, when I felt like I was already like grounded in this shit, like I go back and be like, yo, what was I doing? It was a little bit more to go. So shit, 5 years from now, I might be thinking the same thing about myself. It's always a way to progress in this shit. But getting comfortable with when I tell people like they don't really need to spend a whole bunch of money at studios and a whole bunch. I always try to educate people like just get a mic and a Mac and a MacBook or whatever you can get to your disposal to like record, because the biggest thing with a lot of people is they're not comfortable with their voice, or they're not comfortable with their self in the studio. So the best thing for you to do is to get comfortable like with yourself, you know, with this shit, like in your own space, wherever you need to be. Like just get a little microphone, like that way when you go in the studio, it's kind of like studying. Like a lot of people, like the studio is the biggest test for a lot of motherfuckers. So they go in there and they'll go in the studio and they might crash. They might be like, well, I don't want to do this shit. You know, because I always tell people like you can't look at it like that, especially if it's their first time, because like you ain't been working at it, you ain't been listening to yourself. This is your first time hearing yourself, so of course this shit sound fucking crazy. So it's just like you once you hear yourself, you gotta polish it and you gotta keep working at it. But it's all in if you want to do it. So that's another big thing. Your will to want to be better and want to keep working at this shit is another big thing that'll take you to another level, or elevate you from wherever you are now in this shit. But yeah, definitely it was weird hearing myself for the first. I remember this guy named Jay Verse. He a rapper from Baltimore. He used to
Jay Verse. That sounds familiar.
Jay Verse. He still be rapping this shit, but like he from Baltimore. He rap. He was like one of the first guys to ever like mix one of my records. So like when like your brother said that sound like a real song. When somebody says like mixing or mastering a record, that's when you take all them vocals in that one template and make it a song. You know, when you could just press play on it. And he was one of the first guys that mixed any record. So that was my first time hearing myself back. And like kind of, well, I've always been recording, like I think Kendall told y'all, we used to record on an iPad, like shit like that. But like on like a professional level, like hearing myself back, I remember him sending me that record and just jumping up and down, like, bro, like, you know, but this was like, shit, it's like 2012. Like, like niggas ain't hard singing. Nobody was really singing and like recording themselves and doing shit like that. Everybody doing it now. That's one thing that's there's a lot of motherfuckers doing this shit like that wasn't like tapped in with it. But I'm always for more people being in this shit, whatever. But yeah, that was like I remember jumping up and down in the living room like, whoa, like I sound like this. I want to keep making more music. I want to keep sounding like this, you know? I got the ability to do this shit. So once I figured out I had the ability, it was just like, let me just where I'm at now. Let me figure out the limits of this shit.
Has there ever been a time where you felt like, where you questioned yourself, where you questioned if you wanted to like keep singing, and what was that like? How did you like?
I can put my phone back like this now.
How did you get past that point?
Definitely, I've definitely had times where. And the best ways to get over those little hunches is to talk to people you confide in this music shit or in whatever you do. I definitely had I talked to my friend one day, like recently I talked to him and I was like, you ever feel like it's a point in this shit? Or like, you know, what's the point of doing the music? Keep going or whatever. And he was like, because there's nobody else out here like us. It's no other Sheikh. It's no other me. It's no other this person. Like, it's no other, like he started naming like all of our friends that do music. And that's why we do this shit. We do this shit because there's nobody else, and we gotta shine through. We gotta, you know. So I've definitely had times where I question this shit and been like, I feel like everybody has. But the best way to go about it is talking to another person in that same field that's like probably felt the same thing, you know, and somebody you confide in, you know, that you go to for some good counsel. So, you know, definitely. And if you don't have anybody to confide in or go to good counsel, you know, listen to them folk that. Watch interviews. I got a lot of inspiration watching interviews too. Like kind of like in my same lane, listening to stories of, you know, a lot of motherfuckers wanted to give up in this shit, and you know, one song changed their whole life. So, you know, you got to keep the shit going. You can't stop. You got to keep pushing. That's like I said, like kind of in the beginning of it, like the thing that
you did.
The people that do it and that don't do it are the people that still pushing at this shit. So that's one of the biggest things that I've been told recently that I've kept with me.
That's true. So another thing I kind of been bringing up to a couple artists, you know, we got some vaccines out here. The world is looking like it's about to slightly open back up.
I'm almost fully vaccinated, by the way. I'm almost all the way there. I got the Pfizer.
Okay, we got the Pfizer. Is everything okay? You cool?
I'm good. I didn't feel nothing. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not really a shot guy. So,
yeah.
Like, the lady, I was telling the lady, I'm about to give you a hard time, miss. You coming in here with this motherfucking But no, it was cool. It was fun. I didn't feel any like side effects, craziness. It was pretty cool.
Good. Did you have beforehand? Were you performing?
Performing where? Oh,
like just in general, like do you perform live?
Yeah, definitely. Like I was what I perform? It's been like 2 years of this corona.
I was about to say, I'm sure it's been a minute, but
I'll be forgetting before. Yeah, before this whole thing, my the most recent performance I had was through my roommate Josh, and he's the artist Benny. He had a big like thing he had with me, my other roommate Tino. We all performed at his. He like rented out a space and we like all performed it. That was pretty fun. That was like the most recent thing we did. Was that during COVID? Might have been. I don't think so. It might not have been during COVID. It might have been around like the beginning of it, but it was like right before, you know, or like early beginning of COVID. Yeah, that was the last time I did something like on the stage.
Okay. Do you like to perform? I know some people don't.
Perform. Yes, I like to perform, but I like to. It's a way. Like I'm picky about this shit. Like I remember I performed at like a couple spots. I'll be forgetting sometimes while I be performing, but. When it was like them spots that I really remember, it was like I had the band. I got to put my band together. I got to like rehearse with my band, and then like bring the band to whatever like sound stage. I did like Morgan Homecoming one time. So it was like when I was in a position to like put on a production, that's when I loved like perform like put like
you were able to really piece it together.
Exactly. You know, I just don't like performing live for like just for the for the hell of it. It's just like I want to put something together people really going to like tap in with. My biggest thing being like an audience, you know, someone in the audience, I love the drums coming out of those speakers. Like when you like went to FM when you was younger on Artscape. Yeah, like I used to go to FM Artscape as a young boy. So like when they like when you hear that kick drum coming through and like the drum really, I'm just like I low key miss that feeling now. I sometimes watch shows on YouTube just to feel like and turn my speakers up just to feel that. But yeah, that was just to put on a production. That's one thing I really like about performing live and opportunities I've had to perform live.
Yes. Are you going to be doing? Are we going to be expecting any music videos for the project? Are you going to finish the project or release the project first, or give us visuals first? I need to know.
I'm thinking I might do it all in one. But I'm definitely putting together a nice like visual for this shit. Like, that's one of my biggest things right now. Just getting a solid visual for it and just making sure like it's all the way right. You know, like visually, like sonically. You know, just the whole vibe is there. You know, I hate myself because I always make a new song that make me want to make a new video. Like, I just wrote a song recently, and I probably might be attacking one of your questions early, but like I get inspiration from conversation, like just from life. And I was back in Baltimore and I was talking to somebody and he was talking about how they like had to go to like the strip club to like audition because like, rent and shit was getting crazy and they had to like figure some shit out. It really wasn't their fault. The person they was living with wasn't like paying rent or whatever, and they had to figure that out. I was like, damn, I want to write a song about a girl having to go back like to the strip club and like get back on her shit and like having to do like, I feel like a lot of people couldn't like, it's a strip club for everybody, not in like,
it doesn't literally have to be. But
you always got to go back somewhere to big up your bag. So that was I wrote a song recently about that. That's one of the ones I really want to do a video for. I can actually play it. Actually, it's called "Back to the Trap."
Play that.
For sure. I play the whole thing. This one is so Danny, the guy that I talked about earlier, he's on this. My roommate Tino produced on this, and Kimani did the this is the last piece of this song.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Is it clear?
She's gotta go back to the street. gotta go back to the tribe to get back on her.
Yeah.
And there's something she ain't gotta tell me. Try to tell you every friendship is not healthy. Keep claiming them trifling bitches ain't your bestie. Stop claiming them trifling bitches, they too nasty. You got too involved. Said you learned your lesson. Haven't said the best thing. She get her to call.
This song is so tough.
Said she's gotta go back to the strip. She gotta go back to the trap and get back on her shit. There's something she ain't gotta tell me. I tell you every friendship is a hell. Tell me them trifling bitches ain't your bestie. Stop claiming them trifling bitches ain't too nasty.
No, that was. This is a surprise for everybody. Let's listen. All
right. You can't declare. All my bitches love a bitch ass niggas tryna tell you shit, no better listen. Gotta chase that bitch, shawty, I ain't mad. Gotta do what you gotta do to get it. Ain't gotta show me the hustle, I'm a witness. You throw that cash in the duffel about your business. You run a mile and another around these bitches. They wasn't down for you when you was in them trenches. Oh, I told you you need to start claiming bitches, they messy. Said you about to move out on your own, they got you stressing. That girl like 5 bad and not yet. And I know ain't nobody perfect. When you hit the floor, you urgent. I go on that pole and work it. Work it, oh, baby, baby. The girl I feel bad, oh, baby, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a favorite right now. That's literally one of my most recent ones that I've done.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
And you were saying some real stuff that was like effects.
Yeah, it could apply to anybody. You know?
Anybody and anything.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
For sure. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. That was so good. I just got a text like, yo, that song was dope. Yeah. That song was dope. Do you write everything? Do you freestyle sometimes?
All right, so on that, I write every.
That's why I'm asking. Was this like written?
It's what I don't write. I freestyle this shit. But like I did this shit in I was in Baltimore, could not fucking record. I couldn't get nobody's studio, so I was like, fuck, I gotta wait. I had the beat for like the longest fucking time. I was like, I gotta wait till I get home to record it. So I got home back to Philly. Mm-hmm. I literally set this shit up like this is my basement. We also like I also come sometimes put my shit upstairs like in the living room. I just set my shit up in the living room, started recording. Manny was right there. He's also on the beginning of the beat. He did like the percussion for the first part of the beat. Mm-hmm. And I think he gave me the stop claiming them trifling bitches. Wait, shit. Keep claiming them trifling bitches ain't your bestie. Mm-hmm. He gave me that line. I was like, I couldn't follow up from where is that at? It was I couldn't follow up from the friendship is not healthy part. I was like, I want something that's gonna really hit.
Yeah.
Like, stop claiming them trifling bitches ain't your bestie. And I was like, that's on the one. And that like fueled me to keep going. Mm-hmm. So I definitely do write like all my shit, but I'm also in a room with other creatives. It's not like I'm not. It's kind of like me getting something from me, and vice versa. Like if Tino wants to get something from me, it's like Tino getting something from Tino. He asking me because it's like we around each other, we inspired by each other. It's just like sometimes if that dot can't connect and you need somebody, you know. I'm grateful that I have people like that that come in a room and like tap in.
Yes.
So, but yeah, definitely everything we do here, like we put it together like from scratch. You like try to put it all together. Like
I'm gonna read this comment out loud. Cheikh spends time curating vibes, and then he steps to the mic and just goes. I love that.
Yeah.
That's so lit.
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's just how it goes. But I could play you.
I was about to say, can you play something else? I know you had like.
Me and Kendall got one that we just did,
but I want to hear something else too.
Yeah, me and Kendall just did this one. The other day he was here. He came out to Philly and he tapped in with me. We just did this record together. This one produced by my guy Topsky and Golden Boy and what's the other guy named? Vision Beats. He's all those cool guys. They all my guys. But yeah, this is what me and Kendall did.
After it's all done, we'll get back on one. She know I'm the only one that knows where she comes from. To the background, we know where we left off. Ain't no need to cut it off, you don't need to try me eyes. We both know she'll be coming and going, yeah. I didn't believe when she said she would leave the last time. No, she leaving shit in my house. That's how I know she coming back, bro. I know you living your life, little shawty. I would never overstep a boundary, shawty. Say you wanna leave, say you wanna go, coming back to me. I already know, you already know. After it's all done, get back on. She know I'm the only one that knows when she comes from. To the background, we know where we left off. Ain't no need to cut it off, she don't need to try me eyes. We both know she'll be coming home. Too young to be tied down. Yeah. So I understand the distance. Every time she hits me, she hits me.
No, for real. You think it's big? No, she wasn't big.
So go out and have fun, live it up, yeah. Cause you be coming back, and that's a fact, yeah. And that's a fact, yeah. After it's all done, we'll get back on one. She know I'm the only one that knows where she comes from. To the background, we know where we left off. Ain't no need to cut it off, you don't need to try me eyes. We both know she'll be coming home.
Yes.
Kendall's the problem.
Okay,
That's my guy.
I'm going to be honest. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
This project is going to be crazy.
Yeah, definitely. I can play you some of my Afro shit too. I got like a couple Afros I can play. I play like one or two of them.
Yes, please play that. I saw when you posted WizKid. I was like, okay, yeah, he on a whole different.
Yeah. I love Afro music. Like that's one of my favorites. Like definitely. Let me find this one. Kimani produced, and this my guy back from Africa. His name Kofi Carter.
Okay.
Crazy guy. Goddamn sound like motherfucking shit. I can't think of his name right now, but he sounds like him on here.
All right, I'm gonna listen. Let me try and guess.
Yeah, it's a little up tempo. It's called Take No Time.
Money go. I just want to be loved, I just want to put my chance on you. I take my time for you, time for me. For me to get some love from you. I just want to put my touch for you. If I feel you, not feeling the vibe. I want it's my time. Things I wanna do for you, things I got in mind. Come please say you, just start up in my life. And put it right on. More than no time. This is no time. More than no time. More than no time. No time.
Yes. Okay.
Feet and let's go, let's pick up them more. Baby, give me all that you got in store.
Yes.
Store.
Perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
He was the perfect feature.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Like,
he killed that.
Yeah, he's from Africa, so it was just like, bro, like, he was here because he cool with y'all shit, my other roommate. Mm-hmm. And I was like, bro, we gotta tap in. You make music, you from Africa, and I'm on some Afro shit.
And that was your whole vibe at the time. Like, I remember you constantly posting that was your whole vibe. And I was like, okay, you got to switch it up. Yeah, that was definitely. So everything.
That's all coming, like, after this R&B joint. So my thing is to put out the R&B one, and then tap in on that lane in the summertime. So all this shit is coming this year. So yes. I can't wait to put this shit out. It's just like,
I can't wait for you to put it out either. I was not expecting that. That is great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have been a pleasure. This is, I don't know, you and Kendall got my top 2. I can't choose which one I've had more fun with.
We're the same person. Don't even look at us as different.
No, really. Y'all, like, your interviews were amazing. Yeah. Seriously. The music that you about to put out, Cheikh, amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. Every song you played today was a banger.
Thank you.
Please keep going. I already know you. I already know you know what you got to do. Mm-hmm. But thank you for being such an avid creator, putting out great things into this world. Music is important. Music is necessary. I just wanted to publicly say thank you, and I appreciate all of your work. Because that was amazing.
And big up to you and your new platform. Like, take the shit all the way where you want it to go, you know? But I definitely appreciate you.
Thank you. All right, I'm a go.
All right.
See y'all. Peace.
All right.